Good morning, everybody. We are back with our last Wisdom Wednesday. I know everybody probably a little bit sad that this is our last Wisdom Wednesday. However, we're going to enjoy our time. I would actually like to do this Wisdom Wednesday a little bit differently. So, anybody that is interested in hopping on, kind of sharing their reflections of Wisdom Wednesday, what they learned over the summer, maybe with their youth first job, I am inviting everyone that wants to join to come on. I mean, of course, we can't have too many people, but maybe like a cool 4, 5 will have different people come on at a time. So, if anyone is interested in joining, the link will be dropped in the comments. But how is everybody feeling this morning? And I also apologize for the late start. Good. That's good. Good. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna make the best out of today. It's Wednesday, middle of the week, and I leave for school in 5 days. 5 days I'm going to college. That's crazy. Does anybody have like a favorite Wisdom Wednesday? Like, you might not remember the exact topic, but if you do, drop the topic or drop the organization or what people was on, and tell me like why was that your favorite. I'm going to Spelman tomorrow, so I'll be in Georgia next week. But I'm trying my best to keep coming back because we got like Labor Day, a break, well, a day off for Labor Day, so that's connected to like a weekend. So I'm probably gonna try to come back and surprise my little brother for his birthday for that weekend because his birthday was Labor Day when he was born, but it'll be that weekend. So I'll be down there for a month. Nobody want to hop on? Or while we waiting for anybody to join, you guys can drop questions for me or anything that you guys still might need help with before we finish the sessions off because I still want this session to be valuable to you in any way that it can. Even if you're not jumping on, I want y'all to jump on, but if I'm not able to jump on, ask some questions, and hopefully I can drop some wisdom for you. But it is Wisdom Wednesday. So nobody got a favorite session or anything like that? Any questions? I know y'all just don't want me to sit and talk by myself. High school experience. Okay, could I talk about my high school experience? Samira's a sophomore now, but never been in the building yet. That's crazy. Like I feel like during this whole time in the pandemic, like we missed out on a lot in high school and just like experiences in general. So I could talk about it a little bit. I experienced high school from 9th to 11th grade all the way up until like springtime, so March when we closed down for school. So I had a pretty good experience in school. I wish I was more social though. Like I'm always kind of like to myself, and I know y'all probably like, what, why, like how, because y'all see me do these presentations like on Mondays, Wednesdays, and sometimes some people see me with success sessions too. But it's like I used to be like real in my shell, just looking at the books only. So yeah, my high school experience was good. I would just say be very intentional about your high school experience, like your high school experience, how you go about things, your grades, what things you're involved in. So when you set yourself up to go to college, if you want to go to college, like everything will be set. The scholarships are going to be flowing, and it'll be good. And I know it might be a little bit difficult going to school, being in a sophomore grade and not really getting like the freshman experience, but like you still got some time. You're going back in person. Oh, it's okay, Leo. It was okay if you joined. I wanted to hear like other people's voices. But yeah, I think it'll be okay. You just gotta kinda have like peace with it. Like you miss out on the freshman year. However, you're gonna go and kill it sophomore, junior, and senior year. Because hopefully we don't have another pandemic while you're in high school. One thing I was also worried about was like going into college and stuff not be like open. Like I'm actually happy that I can go on campus for school because that's not like what I thought it would be. Like I thought we wouldn't have no homecoming, anything like that. But they having homecomings and everything, so I feel good about that. Um, okay. Why did I choose to go to Spelman? Okay, so for me, my main thing for school was going to a HBCU. Like I feel like I had forever to be a minority. Like PWI just wasn't where it was at for me. Every time I went there for like tours and things like that, like it just wasn't giving me the right vibe. Like I didn't feel comfortable. So when I went to HBCU, kind of the same feeling that I had when I went to Western. Western gave me like a homey feel automatically as soon as I stepped in for Dub Love. So, I kind of was looking for that same at home feel at a school. So HBCU, that was my top. It's 107 HBCUs. So, I had a different list last year than I had this year, but like North Carolina A&T, North Carolina Central Fisk, those was like my top. However, my interest changed and I had more of a focus on mental health. So I joined higher healing youth alliance and it kind of like swayed me. Like I had an AP psych class. I got a 5 on my AP exam, so a college credit. And psychology, I feel like it has to do with everything. Your mind has to do with everything. So that's something that I want to focus on. And I also a big advocate for the community. So I wanted to figure out a way I could tap into that as well as continue on my pathway of sisterhood because Western is an all girls school and Spelman is an all female college. So I still wanted to get that experience, but also be away. So y'all probably like, why not UMES, Yes, Coppin State, Morgan? But like I wanted to go somewhere that would allow me to like expand my horizons while also getting an HBCU experience. And why not do it at Spelman? Especially when I'm going there for free. So, thank you for the Fulbright, Spellman, and I will be seeing you next week. That's kind of why I joined. When I joined, will be attending Spellman in the fall or next week, majoring in psychology. Taylor said I'm a senior. Finding the colleges are hard. How did you figure out the college you're going to was for you? I kind of answered that question, but like for tips that I would give to somebody outside of myself is go with your gut. Like it may be hard, but go with your gut. Like you might know a couple colleges or experiences that other people have had, but use those experiences that other people went through and also your own research to go with your gut and figure out what's going to be the best for you. Figure out what kind of classes you like. Do you like small or big classes? Do you want to be far away from home? Like for me, Spelman is a 10-hour drive, so that's a far distance away from home. Do you want to be like that distance? Do you want to be closer, like a UMES? Do you want to be all the way in California, all across the other side of the coast? So like figure out those things. Ask yourself a lot of different questions. They have like questions on like Google and stuff. So figure out those type of things. I actually did one of those like surveys, to figure out certain things that I did and didn't like about college and things like that. Like I'm used to student classes, but I feel like sometimes you need a little bit more one-on-one, attention when it comes to schooling. So ask yourself a lot of questions and go with the gut is what I would say, Taylor. Um, I answered Jake's question. I'm majoring in psychology. It also was difficult for me when like decision day came because like Spelman is small, but like I also was like maybe I'll have at least like 3 or 4 people from like Baltimore that's going to Spelman too. Everywhere I looked on decision day, I seen Howard, Clark Atlanta, Coppin, BCCC, like all those colleges, and I'm like, dang, like I only have like one person that I know of from Baltimore that's going to Spelman too. So I don't know, maybe I don't know too many people, but if y'all know anybody that's going to Spelman, let me know. I'll see them next week because we got orientation and everything. But yeah. That makes me a little bit nervous, but it allowed me to get used to more people. Anybody got any other questions? I seen a question that asks how big of a school is Spelman. Let me look at the average Spelman. The population for Spelman. Okay, so this is I don't know how recent this is, but it says the total undergraduate enrollment is 2,120 people. So I guess between about 500 or so students a year. Oh, not a year, per class. So very small. But I follow like other people that's from other places like California, Chicago. My roommate, she's from Texas, but Houston actually. So that'll be something new. Get a new experience from her. I wanted to go to a smaller school because I wanted like a different experience. Like I said, I was used to going to school and being in classes of 30. Like I don't know, hearing other people's experiences and seeing that there was classes that was smaller was like foreign to me. Like I never knew it was classes smaller than 30. And I don't know if maybe it's just because I'm in a city school and we don't have too many high schools and stuff like that. But I wanted to go to something smaller so I can actually build connections with people. Okay, so what made me major in psychology? Sorry for the noise, y'all. What made me major in psychology? So I decided to major in psychology because I just love helping people. Like, and over COVID, like, I never really don't think I was really talking about mental health before COVID. Like, I remember hearing it in health class, but it wasn't like a big section. Like, we took days to go over it in health. So when this whole period of quarantine and COVID and everything came, is like I started focusing a little bit more on my mental health. Like I don't know. I think I shared this with y'all before, but I had COVID like in February or something like that. Me and my mom had it. And during that time, like I was mentally going through it. Like at the time, I couldn't taste the smell. So y'all know my businesses are chaos smoothies and quarantine of life. How in the world am I going to make smoothies or sell food and I can't even taste what I'm about to put out to other people? So I'm like, when I get out of this quarantine, like, how am I going to be able to do what I've been doing? Things like that. So, like, I noticed that mental health was a big thing for me, as well as, the people that were surrounding me. Like, everybody was focusing more on mental health. And I was also starting to, present on mental health with Healing Youth Alliance. So I was like, this is something that I need to do. business is still near and dear to my heart. So I actually looked and seen if I could do business classes in other universities in Atlanta, which I can. So I'll attempt to do some of those classes. However, like I feel like psychology is more of a pressing need, and like with business, you can learn through experience. And I mean, psychology you can to a certain extent. However, I feel like I need some more knowledge about psychology, and I want to help the community in a different way. So of course I can, have a business, help with the financial part of the community, making sure money is reinvested back into my community. However, I feel like maybe if I come at the issues that's going on in Baltimore, like with the community, gun violence, poverty, redlining, different things like that. If I come at those issues in a different light, from a different perspective, like with psychology under my belt, maybe I can make a bigger change than I thought I would before with majoring in business and marketing, because that was my intended double major. I wanted to double major in marketing and business. So I could still put people on, anybody that follows me knows I'm always posting, another business, small black businesses. Um, I know when if Sid was on here, she would get on me, but I don't like small either. So, all of those other black businesses, I always repost them or celebrate other people's successes. So I kind of wanted to figure out how to do that. And I mean, I might still get a degree in marketing, but guess we'll see too. Anybody got any other questions? And thank you, Kendall. I'm glad I recovered from COVID too. Like it was really mainly a mental challenge instead of a physical one. Like I know I couldn't taste the smell, but it was like I was fatigued. Like I felt like I didn't want to do too much. Like, and for me, I'm a workaholic. So anybody see my schedules? I haven't been posting them lately because like some stuff has just been like private. Like I haven't wanted to share, but like it was a lot. So Joey, hot topic in my group is staying out of trouble in school. If someone's coming after you, most people say they end up fighting and will have a hard time walking away. Thoughts on that? I think for the kind of person that I am, like I don't like confrontation at all. So like if I'm having a problem with something or someone, I would say like I try to go the more peaceful route. Like I'll try to talk it out. And a lot of times too, like adults would say don't stoop to their level and stuff like that. But I realized that for myself, like I have a brand to uphold. And for me, I've been an entrepreneur for basically my entire life, but like consistently with something in ninth grade with Chaos Smoothies. So I'm like, if the owner or the creator of Chaos Smoothies or Quarantine and Lights is fighting, and with you or how Baltimore is, it really everywhere. It's like, people are recording. So how do I look saying that I'm representing Chaos Smoothies and Quarantine and Lights and going out and fighting? And also, I think like maybe more of like personal branding should be talked about in school, because a lot of people don't know that stuff like fights follow you for a lifetime. Like it might be a little bit funny, maybe if you're telling a story to like your family. However, you go into workspaces or like college and things like that, and things like that are following you is not a good look. So I feel like personal branding should be talked about more in school. I feel like a lot of life skills aren't taught in school. If we're being quite honest, the curriculum needs to change to adapt to things that we actually face in real life, like current events. So I feel like just try to stay away from that. Like we already have enough things against us, especially as like black youth. Baltimore City Public Schools is predominantly black. We already got enough things against us. We relate in a lot of different ways. So like I feel like we just need to have like different approaches given to us, different strategies to how to de-escalate situations. Because sometimes it is somebody that's calmer like me and they face pressure from their peers or people that may be on the other side of the spectrum with someone that is more violent, and they don't know how to like react or still stay true to themselves. Like I feel like a lot just needs to be broken down to you, because sometimes we misguided and we don't have the resources or support that we need in order for us to move better and move smarter. Tamira said, right, I stay away from violence and not going to throw stuff away because somebody want to fight or got childish beef. But please don't mistake that as being scary yourself, because no. I think that's a big thing, though. A lot of times people think that, you're scared because you don't want to fight them. And that's not really the case. Like, I don't know, you might not understand right now, but later on when you looking back on some of the decisions you made, like, it'll be like, you know what? It wasn't even me worth like getting out of my character and me fighting this person, because of what's going on. It's not, you're not scared or soft or anything like that. You're smart because at the end of the day, you're thinking about what you got ahead of you. You got college or you got a business or you'll be doing a lot of positive things. And positive people, you stay true to yourself. If you're not a fighter, don't force yourself to be a fighter because of the pressures that's going on around you. Like, stay true to yourself, stay calm and deal with things smart. Because I feel like people don't really think about consequences either. You fighting in school 9 times out of 10. Now you suspended. Now that's on your record. Now the college that you want to apply to see that you got suspended for a fight. Now, how are you going to explain that? Because I know a lot of adults was telling me this in like freshman year and stuff like that. Like, not me in particular, because I actually never fought, but like my peers all over. Like, if you fight and you got suspension, like you're gonna have to explain that later on down the line to your college because that's on your record. So, think about how it'll impact your future. Like, it might be cool, you got a little 60-second fight and you got your anger out, but there's other ways to do it in a better, in a more positive way where it's smart. So, I would think about that. I hope that answered Joey's question, but let me know if there's any specific questions you think I could answer that help any youth in your group. But this is kind of how I go about it. I mean, I'm a freshman all over again in school, and I'm just not that person. I don't like drama. I don't like confrontation. And I think my brain has like been upheld because of it. Like, I've been able to get into college, nothing on my record, going to school for free. I had almost over $800,000 in scholarships, over 20 acceptances. Like, things like that. I think all of my past decisions for, like, being intentional. I might have been like somewhat of a nerd because I was always in like my books and making sure that my grades was together. However, like, it's paying off now. So, kind of compare, weigh out your decisions. How will it affect your future? Anybody got any other questions? We got 6 minutes. And maybe next year a Wisdom Wednesday could kind of be like this, like where it's like I don't know, this kind of reminded me of like a podcast. Probably would be good with audio. I mean, I look cute too, but I think it would be cool with a podcast. Y'all can ask questions about entrepreneurship, college, high school, self-care, because I'm gonna finish with self-care. Yo, my nails been looking like crazy for these past couple days. I'm gonna show y'all because we like family, but why? These nails came off, so like this one all the way like right there, but this one is further down, like right here. I've been liking. I'm gonna get it together, y'all. um, they honestly, I think it will affect your future as it can get you far if you make the right decision while you have the chance. And that's true. Like, I feel like later on, when you get older, like it's harder to make decisions that you really just want to make. Like, it's harder for things to be like in your full control. Well, considering how I've been saying, like, adulthood, like if you set yourself up right, adulthood, you can continue that freedom that you have right now. However, like if you make the wrong decisions, your freedom is taken away. Like, say you fight on the street, and maybe I don't know, maybe you make a wrong decision and bring a knife or whatever to the fight. Now you might be getting locked up. That's more your freedom taken away. So kind of think about those things. Do you want to be more free or less free in your future? And I feel like I set myself free by making the right decisions in high school so I can get access to scholarships or get access to schools and colleges. So think about those things. Like, y'all can do the same things that I did. Go get a full ride to college. Don't have your parents pay for it. Don't have to take out any loans. Like, do things like that. What is my favorite smoothie that I make with kale smoothies, and what are my recipes? All right, Joe. So I actually have a idea that I'm gonna be working on that I'm not gonna actually say it right now. I'm gonna post it on my page soon when I get everything down. But my favorite smoothie probably has to be, I love everything mango, but tropical is like my favorite. Like that's strawberry, peach, pineapple, and mango. And everybody that I tell is like, I feel like I'm on an island when I'm drinking a tropical smoothie. So I don't know. I think everybody should get that. That's like my favorite one. I leave in a couple of days. However, you're still gonna get to the smoothies. The idea that I'm working on, taps on that, as well as helping other people learn about entrepreneurship in a different way or different lights. So I'm not gonna spill the recipe. The people that get what I'm talking about for the opportunity that I'm thinking about for chaos smoothies, they'll know the recipes. But um yeah, kind of want to tell y'all because I don't want to be like throwing out hints. I just tell y'all, it's not that many of y'all on here anyway. But basically, like the whole thing is with chaos smoothies, like I appreciate all of my customers, especially people that support me often. However, it's like I sell smoothies and then that's it. Like they tell me they like them and that's it. I want like the thing that fills me up and it's kind of like a common theme in my life is connection and connectivity. So like sessions like these where I can talk to other people, that keeps me going. Like knowing I'm gonna be coming back another week or going to another session because something I did like this, that feeds my soul. So with chaos smoothies, with it just stopping at this smoothie is good, it's just like I want more than that. So I'll also be leaving for school, right? And people still need smoothies. And I want to figure out a way I can stay connected and also teach other people about entrepreneurship. This idea was kind of in part due to Miss Joni. So thank you, Miss Joni. Shout out to Miss Joni for coming through with that. But helping younger youth hopefully learn more about entrepreneurship, teaching them how to make chaos smoothies, and having hot spots across Baltimore City for them to keep chaos smoothies going. And I wanted to be a nonprofit, registered as a nonprofit instead of an LLC because Chaos Smoothies is my baby, and I also feel like I'm just a nonprofit type of person. I told y'all, I think maybe like the first or second session, I wanted to start a nonprofit, and I wanted to do it after high school, but I can do it now. And Chaos Smoothies been going on for 3 years, and I feel like that would definitely help out a lot in the community and tie into more of who I am. So that's gonna feed my soul, and hopefully I can start before this year is over. So I'm gonna answer this last question real quick, and then we're gonna hop off. What types of organizations or clubs do you think you would join at Spelman? What clubs were you involved with in high school, if any? So I was involved in I was a class president for 2 years during the pandemic, and while we weren't in the pandemic, I was an NHS president, been on NHS for 3 years, as long as I could be. It's Academic was like an academic quiz team, and I would be on WJZ, answering academic questions. Captain and as a member for the 4 years. I made my own entrepreneurship club in 10th grade, and I just did it in 10th grade. And that's about it. I did some more stuff like mainly Heart Smiles, but everybody doesn't have a Heart Smiles, but I did Heart Smiles, and that afforded me a lot of different opportunities. So shout out to them. If y'all want to get involved in different things outside of just school, hit up Heart Smiles ND and go watch Success Sessions because they're about to start right now. And I'm not sure what clubs I'll join in Spelman, but I'm really just interested in starting a new leaf. So yo, that's it for today's Wisdom Wednesday. I hope that you guys learned something from the answers I gave to yours questions and topics. If y'all ever want to connect with me, I'm gonna drop my Instagram in the chat, so we can always stay connected with each other. But I hope you guys enjoy Wisdom Wednesday. Please leave any feedback that you guys have in the chat or email me, anything like that. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for always spending time with me and the guests that I usually have on Wednesday. So love y'all. Have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. See y'all.